On this episode, cleaning horror stories and a big announcement.
It's about to get scary up here.
You're listening to the Odo Show podcast, your source for real cleaning talk and tips. Presented by Odoban, the original odor eliminator since 1980. Here are your hosts, Val and Dave.
Broadcasting live from the top floor dungeon of Odoban's World Manufacturing Headquarters here in terrible Warner Robins. You're watching The Odo Show!
I'm Val.
And I'm Dave, and we have got a fun one for you this time. We have got cleaning horror stories, so this is our Halloween special episode.
That's right. So we've got a lot of scary stories in store. We are talking
Cleaning horror stories. Yeah, we asked you guys in some posts earlier this week to share your horrible cleaning experiences, your cleaning horror stories with us, and boy, did you guys deliver. Obviously, pets are things we love, but a lot of you guys told us about horrible cleaning experiences because of your little lovely fuzzies. Now, you told me about one with one of your pups. You want to start off with that one?
Yes, I had a German Shepherd named Randy, and she had what is typically happens with German Shepherds. They get colitis.
Oh.
And if you don't know what colitis is, just basically think of raging diarrhea.
Wait. What is raging diarrhea?
I think that the devil was trying to get out.
Oh, God.
So I come home from work one day, open up the door, it hits you. I walk down the hall, go into the room where her dog bed was. It was a spare bedroom. I go in there, I'm not finding it. I look in her bed, I look all over the floor. I'm smelling it, fresh as could be, but
no
I'm not
poop.
finding it.
It's ghost poop.
In the middle of the bed. And it wasn't a puddle of poo. We're talking a pond of poo in the middle of my bed.
A pond of poop.
Pond of poo.
Like little poop ducks running around on the back.
There probably was. I don't
Wow.
know. I sucked all that stuff up and put it in a big ball, and it went out to the trash.
Didn't even try to clean it.
No, that wasn't going in my washer.
Sometimes you got to ask yourself, not can I clean it, but do I really want to clean it?
No.
And apparently German Shepherds, this is a thing I didn't realize, but we actually got a comment from Ann Biddle. Said they were moving and had taken the top layer of their wedding cake out of the fridge and left it on top of the fridge.
Well, I mean, it's
saved
tradition
ours.
to keep that top.
Right,
Yeah.
it's always good luck.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this was a heavy, fully marzipan iced fruit cake, which to me
Wow, that
sounds
sounds
pretty
yummy.
tasty.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
kind of making me
so
hungry.
far,
at
this is
point.
actually a pretty good
Well,
story.
all these things start off as happy stories. Until her German Shepherd ate the entire thing and vomited all over. Now, the worst part was the deep shag rug. Squish. God, my toes just wrinkle up thinking about that one. Squishy.
Got another one for you.
Okay.
Shirlene Weber tells us about this house that had multiple animals. So not just one, we're talking multiple
got the
animals
stack
here.
stink going on. Yep, okay.
Okay, so we're talking 3 dogs, 7 cats, a possum, and a raccoon.
I remember seeing this post. The first thing I thought was, well, I bet that stank. And the second one was, is Val posting under somebody else's name? That sounds like your house with all the different weird animals.
I didn't mention chickens.
Oh, that's right.
That's
yeah.
not me.
No chickens.
No chickens, no tortoise,
No tortoise.
and no hermit crab.
No hermit crabs.
No hermit crab.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Now, if you want to talk about stacked up stink, this is one from our Odo files. Our national sales rep, Bill Frazier, reps our commercial products. Great guy, takes care of his customers really well. This is a little story I like to call Bill's Cat House.
Hang on to your hats.
So one of Bill's customers calls him, had a 4-unit apartment complex, little tiny apartment building. 3 of the units were empty. They were looking to refurb this building and make it nice for some new renters. Unfortunately, they had one renter who had lied to them. She said she had a cat. She had 13 cats in the apartment with her. There's trash everywhere. There's half-eaten food. There's cat poop on. I can smell this apartment just looking at it. Now, it was so bad, they had to evict her, and then they tore out all the furniture. They tore out all the carpet, and the stink was still so bad, they scheduled demolition of the building.
You're
They were
talking
going to tear the joint down.
Leveling this building, just give it up.
Give it up. But then they called Super Bill. Bill put on his cape, Took out some eucalyptus Odoban, and they actually treated the floors with eucalyptus concentrate Odoban and managed to kill the smell and save the building. They didn't have to rebuild. They were able to refit it and rent it to new people. And that's your happy ending of a horror story on that one.
And we have a faithful customer in that bunch.
Forever. You know, you get a testimony like that, it's hard not to be.
That's right. Well, you know, animals can be nightmarish.
Oh, yeah. Animals make a mess.
You can get some really bad stories there. Kids.
Yeah, I think kids may make bigger messes than animals.
Well, let's go on to Nikki Conrad.
Oh, yeah.
Her daughter proceeded to take off her diaper and clean the carpet, clean the walls with the contents of said diaper.
Now, kids, this is not an Odoban-approved cleaning method.
Ew.
I've been a cleaning scientist for several years, and let me tell you what, that is not a good method to clean the house. Contents of the diaper, not okay.
No, but what if she was to take a clean diaper and put Odoban in it and use that to clean up everything?
Nah, still not okay. Just use the Odoban, skip the diaper, use a rag, you'll be better off. All right, guys, so we've told some stories here, but now we are getting down to the hardcore stories.
Send your children away.
This is not for the kiddies out there. These are some seriously scary cleaning stories.
So Tammy Fair. So let me give you a little bit of backstory here. She got a brand new freezer, so it's filled with, you know, fresh meats and vegetables. Somehow it got unplugged. She goes out like a week later to get supper, you know, to cook. She opens that lid. Let me quote what, Tammy has to say about that. She says she opened the lid and proceeded to vomit profusely for a long time. Rotten meat, rotten animal blood, and rotten vegetables in a gooey, breathtaking, stomach-emptying, nasal-clearing disaster.
God, I'm getting a gag reflex just from the story.
I think she painted a better picture than you, Bob.
Than Zombob did, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh Lord, that just
Bless
I've had
your
a freezer go bad with meat in it, and oh my gosh, it's horrible. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Blah. Speaking of bad smells,
All right.
now that makes my stomach turn. But this is a real Halloween story for you here. I went to our customer service folks, the folks that answer our phone lines when people call in, and said, surely you guys have got some stories that you've heard over the years that are Halloween worthy, right? They gave me one good one. Now, this happened years ago. The names have been changed to protect the innocent, and I think the statute of limitations has run out, so we can actually tell you guys this. So she had a woman call in that had a recliner that smelled a little funny, but she'd inherited the recliner, and she wanted to get rid of the smell. Now, that's kind of a story.
Sentimental.
Yeah, we get that story about, cleaning furniture fairly often. You may have seen our antique special a couple weeks ago. It's something we recommend solutions for all the time. Well, she had inherited this from her Uncle Frank. Unfortunately, Uncle Frank had passed away. More unfortunately, it took them 2 weeks to find Uncle Frank still sitting in that recliner. Come on, you're keeping the recliner that was a dead guy in for 2 weeks?
No.
Whew.
Nope. That gets
That's
burned.
That's a heck no.
It gets burned.
So look, if you're at the thrift and you pick up a cheap recliner, maybe it smells a little funky, and maybe it reclines itself in the middle of the night. Don't worry, it's just Uncle Frank. This last one, okay, this is a real Halloween type story. This was sent in by one of our viewers, Tracy. Tracy says the scariest thing ever happened was she was working at evenings at a Chevron Town and Pantry, which I'm assuming is a convenience store. One shift, I could see a guy through the big glass windows having an altercation on the other side of the highway. When one of them came running across, I instinctively hit the automatic lock button on the front door. That's a good thing to have. He was slamming his hands against the glass, yelling at me to let him in, screaming that some guy was going to kill him.
Yikes!
I didn't let him in. I called the cops. Smart move. The guy ran when he saw me on the phone. She said I was young. I was quite shaken up by the ordeal, which seems pretty reasonable to me.
I'm old and I would still be shaken up by the idea.
No kidding. I was peering out the front doors, trying to see outside, when I noticed something on the glass. Blood. Bloody handprints, blood dripping down the doors, and Tracy had to clean it up. That's really scary. These cleaning stories are a lot of fun. It's always fun to have a little scary story time on Halloween. But I want to get to giving away a big treat. Now, Hopefully you guys saw, last week we launched a donation drive with a charity called Cleaning for a Reason. Now what they do is they organize free house cleaning for cancer patients throughout the U.S. and Canada. They have local companies volunteer their time to go in and clean the houses.
It's an amazing, amazing program.
It's a really good, real boots on the ground helping out people that need the help. Now we set a challenge to reach a goal of $2,000 on their donation page, and we would match that dollar for dollar for your donations, and we wanted you guys to share this across the internet. And you guys have done a great job with this. I've seen this pop up on other streams. I've seen this stuff get shared because we really want to get the word out about this charity. Now, admittedly, we haven't got as close to that dollar donation as we would have liked, but you know, we understand. Finances are always an issue, and especially coming up to the holidays, it can be tough. Now, we know that this is an important charity. And even though we didn't reach that goal, we as a company decided we're going to write that check anyway. We're presenting them with a check for $2,500. Right here's the great big check that Val, you made a great big check.
You asked for a great big check.
Well, it's a great big deal.
I go big.
Though you did. Well, we hope you guys will continue to consider donating to Cleaning for a Reason. The donation page on their website is going to stay up. I know some people donate at the end of the year for tax reasons. If you would consider them, that would be great.
Keep them in mind.
Think about it maybe next year if you're looking for somewhere to partner with for a donation. We think they're a great charity, and it's really important to let people know that they're out there and let them know about the good work they're doing.
That's right. And if you happen to have someone who is affected with cancer and you want to help them out, remember this charity.
Yeah.
It'll come in handy.
You can contact them if you happen to be in a position where you need to talk about services, or if you happen to be running a cleaning service and want to donate some of your time to them. They're always looking for partner agencies. That's really the limiting factor in what they do these days.
Okay.
So if you guys have enjoyed this, if you've liked hanging out with us, like our Facebook page or subscribe if you're on YouTube, or hit the little bell button. That way you'll get a notification next time we go live. We always like hanging out with you guys, and we got a lot of great content coming up for you coming up to the holidays. Now, we'll be back next month in November with some tips about cleaning for the holidays. The holidays are coming up. We got to get ready for all those judgy relatives, so we're going to have some great stuff for you then. Now, from all of us here at Odoban to you, happy Halloween, and until we see you again, make life fresh.
Thanks for listening to The Odo Show, presented by Odoban. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review and subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Until next time, make life fresh.